And an old man goes, "You pick that up like butter." Do you think you could fuck this sandwich full of olives for me? More olives.
Make mine the first you blur out. Please. Please, God, blur out my asshole.
No, I think that's your little pom-pom.
Your little pom wants to fuck Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, this is just in.
R.I.P. 10-year-old uncle.
R.I.P. 10-year-old uncle. Welcome back to the Dapper Dads episode.
How's it going, everybody?
50.
50. Good Lord. Are we
50.
officially over the hill?
I think this is over the hill. Yep, that sounds like you're over the hill.
I'm over. I'm over something. Definitely not over the death of my 10-year-old uncle.
Yeah, damn it.
If you think that that's not going to go throughout the whole episode,
Yep.
Everyone's very wrong. We might as well just call the episode 10-year-old uncle.
Oh, I don't want to have to do that. Or
Yes, you
not
do.
while I'm still mourning.
Can it be young thugs skipping and holding hands with a 10-year-old uncle?
And the 10-year-old uncle has wings.
But-
because every time someone dies, they instantly Photoshop wings on them.
Instantly.
Don't let that happen.
How many
to me.
pictures of X have you seen with wings on
Oh,
them?
immediately.
But how many have you also seen with horns on it?
A lot. That was pre-death, though.
Yeah, that was a lot of pre-death.
I know a kid who just, they just found his body, and it was a whole thing. And then, yeah, like the first picture after they announced that they found him was him with wings. And I'm like, give it a minute.
Like time.
Jesus.
We understand.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of understanding, go to www.thedapperdads.com.
weak segment.
All of our streaming sources are there.
Every
all
single
of our
one.
things there.
We're on YouTube, Spotify,
Yep.
Apple. You can
Yep.
get to everything from the website. Literally. if-
Google Play.
yeah, figure
Don't
that
forget
nightmare
it.
out.
We did figure it out, and it's on there. It's the only way to get to it. We also have a merch store because we need money.
Amazed that
Quite
some of those
a bit.
T-shirts are still up,
Yeah, I
and
know.
no one's been contacted.
Very, very limited. There's more sweet, sweet copyright infringement on the way, coming in hot. I'm cooking up something insane. But yeah, so buy some goddamn merch. Otherwise, we'll shut this whole operation down. You can also
I
send.
will shut this down on the year anniversary. Don't think I won't.
Oh yeah, you can send anonymous submissions from there. We got a slew of submissions that we'll be getting into. Some at the website. You can also fucking submit for our year anniversary,
Which is
episode,
incredible.
Which is in 2 weeks. So submit them soon because we'll be
'Cause-
recording it.
And we would love it with this slew of slaw submissions that we've been getting that none of them have been about.
yeah.
Well, there's the one which
there's-
we'll get into.
Yeah, we'll get into
there.
it. But yeah, tell us your favorite episode, funniest moments, worst episode, worst moments. I don't give a fuck.
Just say,
Talk
talk to us, please.
Tell us when
Don't make me
where
beg.
you found us, when you found us, what you're doing, why you listen
What
to
you
this
want to
shit.
see us do in the next year?
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you want Slim
Anything.
and Drama to do?
Bring up your favorite references. 'cause
I will do crazy shit for attention.
yeah,
like
that's
literally just for you to pay
why
attention to me.
Why we do this. So send those in anonymously if you want, which would be weird. Or you can call 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. Leave us a voicemail, please, about the year. That's what we want to do is play some voicemails. You can also send an email to dapperdatspodcast@gmail.com.
If you're into that kind of thing.
You can also fucking message us on Facebook, Twitter @DapperDads, DM us on Instagram @DapperDadsPodcast. You can contact us anywhere.
We
There's
are everywhere. We have our phones on us constantly. We love interacting with you.
Yeah.
Please get at us.
But specifically tell us about the year where it's episode 50, the big 50, like the police.
Can you believe 5-0?
It's disgusting. And
I've seen you for 50 weeks in a row,
I know.
and I haven't
It's-
kicked a single one of your teeth out of your head yet.
I mean, that one time.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I
you
got
think about
close.
it all
I
the
got
time.
you in the throat.
Yeah.
I'm going to work
And
my
not
way
in
up
the
to the
good
teeth.
way.
No. I mean,
But,
don't get me wrong. I'm used to shooting in your throat, but
Jesus Christ. Really?
Yeah, what?
Already?
yeah.
In the throat?
Yeah.
I've been told this podcast is too sexual and we're toilet humor.
I have been told that we should never stop and that we produce the type of content that everyone looks for and that we are some people's favorite podcast. So
Ooh. It's weird that we haven't gotten submissions for the 1 year anniversary from the
Interesting,
people
yeah.
who think we're the best.
where's my
podcast.
ride or dies at? Where your
Yeah,
ass
there's
was
so
at?
many. Jesus Christ. There's so many of you that we consider to be the biggest fans throughout this
Prove
sweet,
it.
sweet little
Someone
era.
prove it.
And one of you has submitted your favorite moment, but I'm looking at the rest of you. As you're listening to this, I'm looking at you from your windows, from your
You
shower,
can't hear me,
from
but
your
I am
closet.
out here.
Yeah, I'm in your shower.
Dapper
It's
dadding
weird.
it up.
So yeah, get at us.
Shooting things.
Otherwise, we will end this whole fucking charade.
We will.
This whole social experiment.
We'll do a Death Grips breakup where we post a letter on Twitter and then we don't do anything for about a year and a half, and then episodes just start showing up again online.
Yeah, because this is just performance art at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what I always.
All of our stories are lies.
I haven't met a single thing I've said on here.
No, I regret a lot of things.
I regret everything.
Yeah, I regret it all.
Regret.
Deathbed regrets.
Deathbed regrets. Regret consumes me.
It's really the only emotion I expel anymore, to be completely honest.
Is there any other emotion, or is regret all encompassing until it takes us all over like the Blob?
I hope so.
Life's getting dark.
Life's getting dark. We're back on that trail because no one will fucking submit, and it's 50 fucking episodes.
I have to keep staring at that jewel over there too.
Are you trying to move it with your mind? I'm trying to burn a house down with my
I just
mind, but I don't know if I have to
Blow
pick
out
a
the jewel
house
smoke.
or I just randomly burn a house down.
You have to pick a house,
But
because you have to
it's a
envision
random
it.
one. I know. I've been envisioning burning houses. I didn't know how
Just any
specific.
house.
I just want to see what I can do. I'm
Well,
trying to
I mean-
unlock something here.
I feel like you're just.
You will burn down your house.
I don't have a house.
I will burn down your new establishment.
Could you burn down the old establishment?
No, not after you said that publicly.
But if you did it with your mind.
I think I'm still liable.
I was actually telling someone today about how you blew that tire up with your mind that one time.
That one was the craziest one, I think.
That was 100% true.
Yeah. Yeah, I have witnesses.
Yeah.
They're sketchy character witnesses, but
That's all you have
Witnesses
is
on
sketchy
them.
character
Yeah, I
witnesses.
mean-
I was called a goon this week
that's fitting.
because I was throwing giant things around.
Isn't everything you throw around giant?
Okay, well, what I was doing.
Big cum.
Yeah,
You were throwing some big cum out there?
yeah, Big Cum was out here on the streets throwing his loads around, if you understand what I'm saying. No, I was doing some volunteer work, and I took like a 30.
Fighting the homeless is not volunteer work.
I
but
like to believe that I'm cleaning up the streets, personally.
I
That's
mean,
my opinion.
I don't disagree with you, but we were told it doesn't qualify as volunteer work.
That's not what the judge
For your
told me.
400 hours of community service. He said that isn't. That's
Isn't?
not- No.
I
He said
I,
isn't.
I heard is.
No.
I think I heard.
You were
I think
just
I
going,
heard, because I think I heard
and you
the
got
is,
contempt of
and then
court.
my brain stopped because
Yeah.
I heard.
He was like, this is. And he was just screaming, this is the most disgusting display of power I've ever seen.
There is
Homeless
in no way that I could ever find this legal. this is
Legal.
Legal. Yes, sir. I understand.
Sounds
Thank you.
good. It's
Sounds
weird that
good.
you had to make so
Immediate.
many of the people homeless before you fought them.
I mean, technically it sounds like you're the one who's making them homeless with your brain fires.
No, I just burned their house down.
With your brain.
But you still have a house, even if it burned down. You're not homeless.
I mean, technically if the house burned down, you are homeless because if the
no,
home is
it's
gone
still,
from the fire.
It's not gone.
So I should go sleep among the ashes of my old life?
There's like a foundation. Yeah,
That's dark.
we're all sleeping amongst the
So you're
ashes
telling
of
me
our
if-
old life.
You aren't fucking kidding, man. Oh my God. If I'm not just like a candle made out of ash at this point.
But what were you throwing around? Or you were doing community service, fighting the homeless, and then
I was volunteering at
to fight the homeless.
sure, we'll just say fighting the homeless. But at one point I was throwing around some 80-pound sinks and a 30-foot Christmas tree that was all disassembled, and people were just very amazed at the amount of things I was throwing around at the speed and velocity I was doing it at, and I was called a goon at one point. I was asked if the goon could come back to help next week.
That's fitting. Your life is strange. One time I was at a Salvation Army and I picked up a TV. I was like a very young lad, and I picked up a small TV to see if I could purchase it for my room, to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And an old man goes, "You pick that up like butter." And looking back
I
now,
don't like that that's the worst thing that's ever been said on the show. I'm calling it.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
That's a bold statement, but I think it's the worst thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
Well, as a child, I took it as a compliment, and as an adult, I realized I was almost molested.
Yeah, almost.
In a Salvation
You
Army.
were verbally molested in a Salvation
Well,
Army.
we verbally
You were
molested.
visually
I don't have enough
you were
time.
visually undressed and molested by that man when
Hey,
he
I don't
watched you
mind
pick up
that.
that TV.
You can visually undress me anytime.
I already do.
I know you do, but I'm telling the listeners, if you can catch me out and about,
They won't.
you're free to. Yeah, of course they won't. All I do is come here.
Yeah.
And cry at home.
Yeah, sure thing, Big
You
Cum.
don't know where my home is. Big comes on the street, spilling into the street.
Big Cum's out spilling here in the streets with his big loads, you feel me?
disgusting. I like how the thing I said was the worst thing, and every week I think you say the worst thing.
That's
ever.
impossible. Name 3.
I can't because they're
3 quick ones.
one will come up later.
Yeah,
One of
probably.
one of the submissions references it.
Oh,
heavily.
what? That. Oh, yeah.
Yep, we'll get there.
Yeah, I remember.
This week, fun adventure in my life. My brakes went out. Have you ever had that happen?
I have actually. What I had was where I believe I mentioned this on one of the car episodes is where I was.
Yes, one of our worst episodes.
Yeah, one of the worst ones. Jesus, I'll even say it. If you haven't listened to that one, don't listen to it. But if you listen to it and you've gone through chronologically, I am so sorry.
Yeah, if you've gone through this chronologically, if you've listened to 49 episodes and 10 minutes of this one, then sorry.
I actually have someone who's going through our show chronologically right now.
Why'd you let that happen?
Because I can't control people. God gave us all free will, son.
I wish he didn't. But anyway, my brakes went out real casually.
Oh no, what I was gonna say about that is that I had gone to brake and I felt it pop under my foot and then it went all the way down. So was your experience similar to that? Or
No, mine was a slow trickle. I went to the grocery store near my house and it felt weird. And when I got home, I like checked the brake fluid and it was there and I put a little extra in. And that's about the most of my knowledge when it comes to cars that won't stop.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I was going out of my driveway. You know how it's on an angle?
Yeah.
So it really kicked it out of there. And then I was like, yeah, this feels weird. And it was like working and then it wouldn't work and then it would stop at the end. And I was like, well, this seems like an ordeal. But I was like, I can definitely, like I did some Googles. I'm like, maybe I can figure this shit out. I'll take a look over the weekend. And then, no, it just got to where it was just completely to the floor, but it would still stop. I ended up having to drive it like 15, 20 minutes to the mechanic, which was a fun. Sometimes I like a little shake up in your driving, you know, switch things up. Except I ride a lot of people's asses, and I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah.
But I got it fixed and spent a bunch more money. Yeah. So,
well, at least the car's drivable.
Yeah, at least that's the case.
I had
They quoted me at first $800 to $1,000.
That is not a quote. That is a nightmare.
Yeah, I was just like, well,
big dick nightmare.
Well, fucking hate this little bug. I gotta fucking.
I think there's several bugs in here.
Yeah, I'm looking at a big one.
No, big bug's gone. He's fit bug now.
But yeah, so it ended up not being $800 to $1,000, but it was in a price range where I wish you guys bought more T-shirts. I'll say that much. Because I just had it break down, you know, with the knuckles and whatnot. So I'm getting close to spending as much money as I did on the car.
What day did you have to pay for the brakes?
Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday is when I paid for
I was gonna say Tuesday I spent $700 myself, so we both dropped.
On your car?
No, on a house.
Oh, well, that's like
well, not a house, but a living arrangement.
Yeah, a trap house.
Yeah. I'm gonna paint it bright pink.
You should. I'll help you.
Pretty girls like trap music.
Yeah.
Is what 2 Chainz told
woke up
me
with
anyway.
my wood hard.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun,
well, yeah,
dun.
paying for
Are you convinced?
Paying for a house is better than paying for, you know, brakes, I think.
It was about the same.
No, it's not. Don't try to compare your struggle to mine.
I mean, we both have struggles.
No, my struggles are way worse.
In what way?
All of them.
It's funny that you can't list specifics when under the spotlight.
You
but
always
that's
want
all right.
specifics.
I like evidence.
I like
evidence for facts.
This is an anti-fact podcast. Have you not been listening for 50 weeks? Actually, I know you're not listening because when on other podcasts you fuck up everything.
Yeah.
So
that's about right.
Somehow you tune out when you hear it live here in the moment, and then you tune it out when you review it.
I'm really just good at tuning you out.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could tune myself out if we're tuning our own.
Do you want me to
horns.
teach you how?
Yeah.
It's really easy. You just don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, I'm probably the best at that, if we're going to be honest.
I was say you wrote the book that I read, actually.
Weird.
It was very upsetting because you had it was like a real nice like marble pose of you on the cover, and then like it was very.
The grammar was horrible.
I mean, I get that my autobiography is 19 volumes, but I felt like 36 was excessive.
Well, I do it for every month of my life, and you know.
So you've been alive for 36 months?
Yeah, some 3.
You are a monster.
Hey, I've been. Kurt texted me and told
God
me I was
made
a horrible fuck. I'm not going to get into why, but that's what...
Can we get into why after the show?
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Okay, that seems very personal.
I know. I was like,
horrible fuck?
A horrible fuck. I said, is it because of this thing? And he said, you know what it is, you horrible fuck. That's what I woke up to this morning.
Was it something about Amir Van? Because he is very touchy about that.
No, we don't. Yeah, we can't talk about that.
No, we can't.
Something completely unrelated. And
A
horrible fuck.
You know what I've noticed with our friend group is that like we're really good at roasting each other, and we're really good at just like
upsetting each other.
We're really good at upsetting each other, but then we also seem to all of us not know where that gray line ends, and we all step over it constantly. Yeah. Because I feel like if I was just texting, like if we were sitting here just like doing the show and I was like, whatever, you horrible fuck, like it would just be something, like it'd just be something we laugh about, but in the context,
cry on the way home.
Yeah, and then you would cry on the way home, like, and then I'd just be like, I'm not gonna text that fucker for a week.
Yeah,
and then when I do, I'm like, you're a horrible fuck.
Yeah, damn.
Expect a text in exactly 3.5 days if you're a horrible fuck.
I'll try to remember that.
I think that was actually the only fight we've ever had. Is I was like I roasted you a bit too hard in the group chat or something, and like you took.
You do it a lot.
Yeah, and I don't mean to. And I don't mean to do it.
Sometimes
either.
everybody does it at the same time, and I'm like,
that's when it's awful.
Because I throw my phone away.
Where I come from, that's like what you do with your friends, because like you want to mentally challenge each other.
Yeah, in person, nothing affects me. When I read it in text, I'm like, they all actually hate me.
I think that well, it's because you can't like tell tone over text. So
I know it's fucking horrible.
And even when you throw an LOL on the end of it nowadays, it's like, is that condescending, or are they just adding insult?
Horrible fuck, LOL.
Because like, I got indigestion being called a horrible fuck too many times.
Yeah,
because horrible fuck,
really
horrible fuck is angry. Horrible fuck, LOL is contemptible. That's being, because at first you're, oh, you're a horrible fuck, but now you're like, oh, you're a horrible fuck, LOL.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't need your contempt. I want your anger.
Yeah, we need to start, like, there should be, like, italics and bold for text. I know I'm not the first person to say that, but...
I mean, we have them on Snapchat. How about every time we send a roast on Snapchat, we do the rainbow when we don't mean it?
No, I'll forget.
Yeah, I'll forget, too.
The rainbow will just make
Until somebody
pleasant.
snaps me an insult with a rainbow, and I'm going to be like, you're a horrible fuck, and I hate you.
I watched a documentary. Have you heard of Finders Keepers?
Like Losers Weepers?
Yeah, but just Finders Keepers. It's on Netflix. It is a story about two people from South Carolina.
Is this one of those true crime things again?
No.
Okay.
It's I heard it referenced somewhere, and I looked into it. It's two very, very hillbilly men are the main characters here.
Okay.
So this guy fucking does like buys like the storage units that are abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
So he buys them, takes all the stuff out. He's got a nice smoker, like an outside grill smoker. He opens it up, and inside is a human foot. It's not true crime, because he calls the cops, has a 911 call, and he's like, I bought a smoker, and there's a human foot in it. And they're like, there's a what? And he's like, a human foot. And he describes it as him, like, reaching in to see what it was, and cholesterol leaking onto his hands.
Cholesterol?
Because, yeah, I don't think that's accurate. If you watch the documentary, you'd realize they're not.
Finders Keepers.
Yeah, definitely watch it. I won't spoil it fully, but it's pretty much the whole basis that the guy finds foot. Mm-hmm. The cops come. They take it to the morgue. They find who owned the locker. It's this guy who lost his leg, because it goes up like almost up to the knee. It's like a hole. You know, like when you buy those Halloween props?
Yeah, and it's like the leg with the foot in it?
Yeah, it's just like that.
Okay.
So they find the guy who had it. He lost it in a plane crash. And when he had it amputated, he asked to keep it, anticipating that they would give him the bones. But instead, he said a man knocked on his door, gave him a white plastic bag. He opened it like a Christmas present, and it was his leg, like as intact as it was, with all the skin. And he said, like, all the arteries and stuff were just hanging over the top. And for the longest time, you don't get a good look at the leg, because I was like, give me the leg. I gotta know what I'm
kind of like,
working with
like
here.
when you watched like Evil Genius, and you're like, come on, let me see the...
I didn't watch Evil Genius.
Not Evil Genius. The one about the pizza bomber. What was that called?
Oh, yeah. What was that called? Something dangerous? I don't fucking know.
But like the whole time, you're just wanting to see the aftermath of the pizza bomb, and you don't get it till the last episode. Yeah. It's like that, where you just want to see it, and then you finally get it.
You finally get it, because then it turns...
Evil Genius.
Yeah, that's what it is. It turns into a whole thing where, like, they both had troubled childhoods, and the guy who lost his leg, his dad was, like, a fucking millionaire, like, had planes or some shit. He was gonna sell a plane. Like, this kid grew up rich. In his basement was like a bowling alley, and they had go-karts, and he was like the shit. So the dad was selling a plane the next day, and the last day he had it, he said something like, only cowards don't take it out for one more ride. Takes it out for one more ride. They hit some bad weather, crashes, the dad dies, and the guy loses his leg. So he's trying to keep the leg as like a memory of his dad. But then when he gets the leg, he says he just puts it in like embalming fluid in like a bucket and puts that in the tree for like 3 months, thinking it would, I don't know what.
Cure it?
I don't know. You'll understand once you watch it. These men are both very hillbilly.
Okay.
And so he, then he just got evicted, and his mom paid for the storage unit for 3 months, and he moved to a different state and forgot his leg was in a smoker in the storage unit. So then it's like this battle to get the leg back. And the guy who found the leg is like, wants to be famous. So he's doing all these interviews, all local news, talking about how he found this leg. He starts making t-shirts. He charges $3 for adults and $1 for children
to take a gander.
To come look at the smoker, because neither of them have the leg. Because the cops took it, so the funeral home has it, and they both keep claiming they have the leg. They go like fucking England to do interviews. The guy who lost his leg gets addicted to Oxycontin from the surgery.
Nice.
So he's all fucked up. The other guy wants fame and never gets it, and it was one of the best documentaries I've watched in the longest time.
It sounds crazy.
And then he finally get to see the leg, because he finds a woman who's going to like make it into what he wants, like a memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And she does like taxidermy. So he finds her, and she's going to do it free of charge. And he takes the leg to her, and you finally see it. And she goes, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip that skin off like beef jerky. And he goes, yeah, I could never drink enough beers to do it myself, but I tried. It is fucking incredible.
That is like a set of sentences. Like, you just hear combinations of words that you never thought you'd hear in your life. That happens every week on this show, and that's
I know.
That's one of them.
But yeah, so watch Finders
Take
Keepers.
That skin off like beef
like
jerky.
Beef jerky.
I've been going through. No, keep going. But
she had no qualms about fucking
doing
this leg.
Just being fine with it.
No, and she does it, and it's not up to what she would want, her perfection. And then both the guys have like troubled childhoods, and it's a whole thing. It's really well done documentary about a man finding a leg in a smoker. And I was trying to buy one of the t-shirts, but there's a twist with that I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely watch that shit.
What is there, like some suing thing where like rights are going to the guy with the leg or something?
Well, they ended up going on to Judge Mathis to resolve this issue.
Of course, because if you're going to solve it, why not solve it on court TV?
Yeah, and that's what the one guy just wanted to be famous and kept trying to like be the guy that found the leg. And like you see him on all these like radio shows and like local news things, and like he just wanted to be like a star from birth. He always wanted to make people laugh and be on TV. Like he's obsessed with being on TV. He gets on a TV show, and that's part of it, and it's really sad for him, but that's like what he wanted, and he thought finding a leg would be his ticket to fame, is being the guy who found the leg in a smoker.
I mean, to me, that's just not proactive thought, because like you got to think like eventually the leg, it's like Bart's I didn't do it. Like it's eventually going to run out. Like eventually people are going to be like, I've seen the leg, you got an arm or something. Yeah.
Well, that's what he was charging people, and $1 for children was insane.
Children should have been free.
Children shouldn't be involved, I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, also
a true socialist over here.
But yeah, he didn't even have the. It's very interesting. They're both very large hillbillies. Some of the most white trash shit I've seen. But it is an incredible documentary.
I don't even know if I want to take this. It sounds fucked. It sounds mentally scarring, is what it sounds.
It's not even. It was like one of the best documentaries I've seen, because it didn't make me sad. It's actually funny. A lot of different, like the guy who wants the fame. They talk to his wife at one point.
He's married.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being married to that?
They keep talking to her, and she's like the best character, because she's just like, yeah, this foot stuff just won't stop. And they're doing an interview at like the table after like everything basically comes to a close. And she's like, yeah, he hasn't been too happy. And I don't know what we're going to do. We keep talking about divorce. And they're like, what do you think he wants? And she's like, it just seems like he wants the spotlight. And then you hear him off camera, and he's like, can I answer this question? And it pans over, and he's just sitting in the dark in the room adjacent to her doing her solo interview. And he's answering the question. It's very funny. It's sad, but It's something to see. It's very underrated.
It sounds like a train wreck.
I heard someone like, yeah, I was watching this documentary on Netflix about a guy who found a leg in a cooker, and I was like, let me look into this real quick.
That sounds right up my alley of forte.
Yeah, so watch Finders Keepers and tell us what you think about that.
If I have to.
What if you found a leg in anything?
It depends on the thing I'm finding it in, I think.
Okay, you get a storage unit, and
Okay.
it's in a box, or it's in a slow
Let's just
cooker.
say same situation.
Yeah,
If I find it in a smoker,
slow cooker.
I certainly wouldn't try to make it my one-way ticket to fame. I'll tell you that much right now, because I definitely
charge people to see it.
the leg, not the smoker.
Well, yeah, but he called the cops, and then he was like, I regret calling the cops. I should have just kept the leg.
It's like charging people to see the cop car that the cops drove in to go to the Bonnie and Clyde death car. It's like, you're
it's
not
like
getting
when you,
the thing.
Yeah,
It's
when you
like,
go to museums and they're like, here's a thing from the thing that happened that we can't show you the thing you care about. It's
here's a
something
video
adjacent.
camera that took footage of that Zeppelin crash. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Here's a quarter we found on the ground near a massacre.
Here's a fire hydrant we found after a tornado.
You're like, well, this one doesn't.
This
even
was
matter.
garbage. Why didn't you throw this away? This has blood on it.
Well, that's what makes it interesting.
This is a Japanese yearbook we found after World War II. It's like, where'd you find it? In a cave. Was there a leg tied to it?
Yeah. Can we see more legs?
Is there more legs tied to things?
Would you keep the leg if you found it?
Who would you tell first about the leg?
You probably.
Yeah, I would also text the dad chat pictures and be like, free leg?
Found a leg.
Picture of me with the leg just...
Yeah, and it looks...
leg found.
It looks pretty gross.
I've got a
as
leg
you can
up in
imagine.
life.
The toenails are real weird on it.
I mean, it has to shrink down in size, I imagine.
Not really.
Really? It's
Yeah.
like preserved really well?
I mean, he embalmed it in a tree for several months, so I mean...
I want to know the science behind... Do they get into the science of it?
No, because I
I
think
need the science of it so bad.
if you watched
At
and
least his reasoning.
if you learned the people...
The
you'd
hillbilly code.
you would understand just from... Within, like, I told... my sister to watch it, and she texted me and she's like, I'm 11 minutes in, this might be the most white trash thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I've seen some white trash things, though. I've seen Gummo.
Yeah, I mean, it's
More white trash than Gummo?
Gummo's just too weird.
More white trash than Mount Morris?
I don't know. It's just because of the accents and just the general...
Can I answer this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Office-style camera pan over
Yeah.
to man sitting in dark. Holding leg.
Oh, yeah,
Holding photograph of leg. I found the leg.
Yeah, I don't even think he had pictures. I found his Facebook, and his profile picture is him holding a fake mannequin leg. Like, he's really they call him the leg man. That was his legacy. No pun intended.
I hate it.
I
hate
can't
it
believe
so
he didn't plead
much.
with that. Yeah,
I feel like when he gets buried, he's going to be buried in like a leg-shaped coffin. Like, he probably gets the leg lamp from A Christmas Story as a present every year.
That comes into play.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, my
You gotta watch
God.
it. You got to watch it.
I have to watch it now because
it's
my
so
brain
good.
already knows what's going to be happening, and I can see it all in my head now.
It's very good.
Leg-shaped
You got to
casket,
see. You got to
buried
see the
with
Judge
a fake leg.
Mathis case.
I just want
and
to look
who
that
comes
up.
out on top.
Is it the full Judge Mathis case?
They show quite a bit of it.
I want to see the full Judge Mathis case on YouTube. That's what I want to look up.
Judge Mathis sent the guy who lost his leg to rehab because he was so strung out on drugs during the filming of Judge Mathis'
That's
court
what
case
I'm
to get
talking
his
about.
severed
That's
leg
what I'm
back.
talking about.
That's the type of white trash we're working with.
That's insanity to me.
So yeah, watch Finders Keepers.
You ever been so fucked up on live TV that the star of the show is
Yeah,
like,
the
okay, listen,
judge.
I hate to embarrass you like this, but I'm
They
sending
sent
you
him-
to rehab.
They sent him to a nice rehab. He's like,
was
people are
it,
coming in wearing Gucci, and I'm just sitting around here without my leg, like that type of shit. I'm not fucking playing with you.
People coming in here
fucking-
wearing Gucci, and I'm just here, without my leg.
It's fucking crazy.
While that son of a bitch is out there taking pictures on Facebook with a mannequin leg, I'm in here addicted to Oxy.
Yeah, he's like,
People wearing Gucci.
you start
I
taking,
just fuck
you
your
take-
bitch with one foot.
You start taking one Oxy, then you start taking 2, 3, then you're seeing how many beers you can drink on top of that.
What is it with these guys and beers?
I don't know. Shout out to, well, we won't spoil anything yet. But yeah, so watch Finders Keepers if you want to see story about the pursuit of the American dream.
If that is that what we're calling it now?
I mean, that guy thought he was gonna be a star from the leg star.
He didn't really have a leg up though.
No, that's the other guy. Do we get into all of these beefy submissions?
I was gonna say I don't know what's gonna top leg man there because
Yeah,
the picture you've given me is just terrifying.
Well, let's see if we can top it. One thing that we did, Instagram implemented a fun little thing in the story where you can have people ask you questions.
Yes.
So we did that, and I think we'll do it in the future because we got 3 quick ones, 3 separate ones that came in quickly. So I think we can consider them 3 quick ones.
I'm fine with it. Universe
So,
gives.
Follow us on Instagram at Dapper Dad's Podcast, and we'll do that from time to time because people seem to respond to that. The first submission we got was from young Kurt himself.
Of course, Cole.
Which
I know you're listening.
would shout out your Instagram handle, but it's your full government name,
Which we're
is
not about.
Yeah, it seems like a bad decision.
Yeah.
But he asked a very great question. Should he get a haircut?
Well, Cole, I'm not one to sit here and critique your style or anything like that, buddy, but I do want you to look your best all the time. So.
I haven't seen you in 2 weeks, but you need a haircut.
If it's been more than 7, you need a haircut.
Yeah, I go every 2 weeks.
Every
So,
2?
Yeah.
I do every 4.
Yeah, you got more of a thing.
Yeah.
Mine gets weird when it gets just a little long.
See, I got upkeep I got to do on mine.
Yeah.
I found a real nice product recently, though. It's a mix of like pomade, wax, and paste in the same product.
Wow.
It's like a 3-in-1. It holds everything together perfectly. It's everything I always wanted.
Does it hold together all your broken dreams?
Nothing does that.
Maybe you just haven't tried enough wax.
Haven't tried enough
Cream.
beers.
I mean,
And legs, I guess.
so yeah, Kurt,
Haven't tried enough Oxy and beers.
Kurt, go get a fucking haircut, you fucking bum.
Especially by the time you've heard this. If you haven't gotten a haircut
Yeah.
yet, go get a haircut.
I know. Come
Don't
on.
see me
Get it
until you
together.
get a haircut.
I told you I'll cut your hair, so
I will also cut your hair
we'll both cut you.
at the same
Deep.
time.
Yeah, we'll both decide what haircut looks best on you, and we'll each take a half of your head.
Yeah, we'll do a half and half, and then we'll see what works better, and then we'll either shave down the longer side if the shorter looks better, or we'll glue the hair back on one at a time.
I think that'll work.
I believe that's actually a meditation practice.
Yeah, I mean that's what I always used to get at Great Clips. Shout out Great Clips, the
Get the hair glued back
best
on.
and worst hairstyling place you can go to, depending on which one you
It's such
visit.
a gamble, like
It's the
literally, it's
biggest
such
gamble.
a gamble.
I don't do it anymore. I found
Great Clips is the McDonald's of haircuts. You might go sometimes, and
that
it
is
might be
true.
super good, fresh, hot food, and other times
Yeah.
you might get a fillet of fish just that's been sitting in the steamer for about
it's
15
been in
hours.
Kurt's pocket for a week.
I'm fine. For some reason, I'm fine with a McChicken in his pocket, but not a fillet of fish.
I
for
mean,
some
you
reason.
shouldn't just have fish on your body.
I
on your
100% agree with that.
You shouldn't have pockets of fish.
I just think you should
In
have
any
pockets of
form.
meat. That's my thing, and that's not even a vegan thing. I just feel like you should have meat in
Sounds
your
like
pockets.
a preachy vegan thing.
I mean, beef jerky I'm fine with, but like a hot meat sandwich in your
you
pocket.
mean like a foot?
Yeah, like a foot. Let's get some foot skin in your pocket, but no big old hot meat sandwiches. I don't want a hot leg sandwich. I would just like a nice leg skin bag in my pocket.
Well, good thing that 2 of our submissions also talk about sandwiches for some reason, which
Interesting.
we'll be getting into. The next one comes from the Gore Score podcast.
Thank you.
Friends of the show, loyal listeners. Go check out the Gore Score podcast if you enjoy horror movies and horror movie accessories.
They have lots of fantastic things coming up from what I hear from Colby, so go check them out. They always put out a quality show. They do polls so you can help determine what their next episodes always are. I would say they put them out every week, but I feel like sometimes you get like 2-3 in like a week sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
they do better than us.
Yeah, no, Colby,
They don't struggle for content like some popular podcasts do.
Yeah, Colby, keep up the great work, man. You're doing fantastic.
They also did the Instagram question thing, and I asked best horror movie boobs. So I'm
That's a fair one.
hoping to hear about that because
I would love to know.
that's quite a topic.
What do you think? What are your favorite horror movie boobs?
I don't know. I was recently watching Freddy vs. Jason, and that main girl's got some sweater puppies that you never get to see, and you think you're gonna, and then you don't, but there are some other boobs in that one. Off top, I don't know. I'm a big fan of 80s horror movie boobs.
80s boobs are. I really like 70s boobs, to be honest with
I'm
you.
more of an 80s boobs guy, but 70s boobs aren't bad either.
I like the perkiness of 70s boobs.
I think 80s had a good fullness with perkiness.
80s was more about fullness than perkiness.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Something you could flick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Real flickable
Some slappers.
horror movie boobs. Yeah, you got a
Let
couple
me slap
slappers.
those milkers together.
So, yeah, from the Gore Score podcast, how scary is it when you're wiping your ass and your finger breaks through the paper? Very traumatizing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, am I expecting it because of the cheapness of the paper already, or is it like...
No, it's just a real wet ass.
Oh, God, that's always horrifying. I mean, it's never... The worst is when you're, like, wiping... Because, like, this is a discussion I had recently. Are you a buncher or a wraparounder?
I'm more of a wraparounder.
See, I'm a buncher.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, apparently. If you haven't gotten into that, go check out Stand Up or Sit Down.
Yeah,
I don't know
think
what
it's
episode that
24.
is. Yeah, but that
we
one...
only remember the top-notch one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know how we wipe our asses, we've already covered it.
See, I'm a buncher, and I've never had an issue where it comes through from bunching, but I feel like if I was to wrap it around my hand, it would be more of an issue. So
yeah, I've definitely broken through the paper and surprised myself, sometimes more than others.
You ever made a noise when you do it?
Like, is that what we're
I'm
talking
out.
about?
I'm out.
Or is
this
it the
episode's
sound?
done.
Is it the sound of my finger caressing my anus?
Does it make a sound?
Yeah, it makes
Sounds
it
like
real.
two pieces of sandpaper rubbing together.
Yeah,
Just
it's really bad down there. I got to get someone to take a look at it. But if you want to look at my asshole, contact us at 402-7-DAPPER. Tell us when you're available and
I was
and
having
your qualifications. I'd like to see a cover letter in addition to a resume.
I'm waiting for all these cover photos of assholes. to come
Cover
through.
photo. I don't want photos. I just want to know what you're working with.
Well, I mean, what? So you want a written out description of what their asshole
Yeah, I
looks
want
like?
a cover letter, which is
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the resume, even if your work history doesn't fully deal with the scraping
Assholes?
of anuses.
I had someone earlier this week tell me that they've never seen an asshole, like ever, in person. Like they've just never seen an asshole.
I had a dream last night. I saw an asshole.
I
Just someone bent over and it was just there.
Just an
It was-
asshole?
and it was not like my dreams are normally nightmares, but it was just a cute little asshole. You know what
there,
I mean?
There is
a little button.
Sometimes there are cute assholes.
Yeah, cute little one.
I saw a tweet this week that I would like to bring up. I would like dicks to stop being described as big, and I would like to have a handsome dick or like a pretty dick.
Cute dick.
A cute dick. So I would like someone to have my dick in their hand and just be like, "This is a cute dick. I like this dick."
I think cute sounds bad.
Why does cute sound bad?
It sounds tiny and adorable.
So you want like a handsome dick?
Yeah, handsome's better.
I don't know. I just want a cute dick, man.
I want cute, but I feel like I would think like
At least a pretty dick. I want a pretty dick.
One time someone told me, like I was in the car with two of my friends, and one of them said, "This girl I know thinks you're cute," and the other one from the back seat goes, "Yeah, she says you're cute because you look like a child." And so cute has ever since. You know how sometimes someone says one thing and forever
And it
it's
ruins it
always
forever.
like that specific instance.
Like how
So
that
every
line
time-
bike ruined things for me when it sounded like a human woman was trapped inside of it.
Yeah, I mean,
And now every time I see one, I'm like,
I'm upset that we haven't been on the line bike yet.
I
Just haven't
have
been
actually, I want you to know that I have had several instances where I have been pressured to ride a line bike, and I
Oh,
don't
I
because
know.
I am saving my line bike, Sherry, for us.
Thank you. I appreciate that maybe more than anything you've done for this brand.
Thank you.
But yeah, cute to me is like a child.
See, I don't know. I wouldn't mind being told I have a cute dick. A pretty dick would be like top notch for me. If someone like
Yeah,
was-
pretty dick.
like this is a pretty dick, just grabbing it and shaking it. You like, I'd be like, fuck yeah, thank you. Tell me I have a pretty dick.
Yeah. Yeah, tell Slimmy has a pretty dick.
Someone please just tell me I have a pretty dick.
I can't.
This is me begging for attention on the show at this point. Just tell me I have a
Isn't
pretty
that
dick.
all you ever do?
This is all the
The
show
last
is.
episode you kept talking about your DMs.
Yeah, they're dry. I don't know what you want.
Yeah,
from me.
you just keep emphasizing that they're dry. This isn't where we fish for sexual partners.
This isn't where I fish for sexual partners, but people do recognize me from the show, and it would, lead to sexual favors, I would assume.
No, that's when you go cruising by the parks.
Ah, yeah, because people love it when a man my size cruises by a park late at night.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be late at night. You make the rules when you're cruising. You taught me that.
I did teach you that.
But yeah, wiping your ass and having the finger pop through.
I'd say that's at
always
least
unpleasant.
an 8 out of 10 traumatized. 10 out of 10 if you're exhausted. Like if it's like that morning shit. Like if you're like taking that.
I only take morning shits if I drink coffee.
See, I do a morning shit every morning. I like getting cleaned out right when I start the day.
I can't. I don't have anything in there.
Really?
Yeah,
See, I
it's
feel like
nothing.
my body just processes everything when I'm asleep and it's just like, get rid of it when I wake up.
Yeah, I feel like that happens to a lot of people. If I drink coffee, which I typically only do on the weekends, yeah, it fucking fires me up. Coffee and a cigarette, my ass
Oh,
explodes. I propel off of the seat when it happens.
Don't need Red Bull to give you wings. You just need a handsome, strong cup of Cafe Busto and a Newport.
Yeah, they don't teach you in school that smoking leads to shitting.
They don't. They just tell you about
Maybe
all the
if they told
bad
you
things
that.
it does. If they
Well, they
told
don't
me,
even teach you that because I recently saw that commercial and they're like, leads to heart disease. And I was like, really? I just learned that this
Really?
year. They didn't tell me that in school. They're like emphysema and cancer.
I feel like heart disease has always been tacked on there.
I didn't learn that. I just learned like your,
Turns out
your
they
teeth
started-
will be bad.
They
emphysema
tacked it
and
on the
cancer.
year after you got through the
Yeah,
DARE
they're like,
program.
also, I'm walking out of school. Also, heart disease.
And you're just
Heart
like,
disease.
heart disease, that's what killed my 10-year-old uncle.
Yeah, I like those commercials are teaching me. And then I'm like smoking a cigarette while watching them. I'm like, heart disease, goddamn.
Heart disease, God, that stresses me out.
Because that guy's like, I had a heart attack at the age of 40. And I'm like, you must have smoked a lot of cigarettes. 'Cause I'm doing
I
just
see.
fine.
This is gonna sound horrible, and I don't want to get into it because it sounds horrible. But I can tell from looking at dudes when they're smoking if they're gonna have a heart attack from smoking or
I thought
not.
you were going to say me. I can
No.
tell from looking at you. You got heart disease.
You got that heart disease.
I got hurt disease
You
because
got-
my feelings are constantly hurt.
I hurt myself
Oh no!
today.
No fucking way.
to see.
Anyway,
if I still
So yeah, finger
feel-
through the toilet paper. Buy some nicer
Don't
toilet
fast
paper.
finger through the toilet paper.
I only buy one type of toilet paper. It's got like the ridges. It's
Mhm.
like, you know what I mean, the lines. It's pretty soft.
Yeah.
I think it's a.
You more of a soft guy or a tough guy?
It's got to be like. It's got to be right. I think I'm working with Scott's. It's
Mhm.
ribbed. I'll say ribbed. I feel like that's appropriate.
For your pleasure.
ribbed for my personal
For your
pleasure.
anus pleasure.
Yeah, you gotta find because sometimes it's the nicest toilet paper is like
Cheap
too
toilet
soft.
paper will enrage you, will it not? I get
Cheap
so
toilet
angry
paper burns my asshole.
literally will burn
Like,
your
yeah,
asshole.
Like I feel like hotels, even the nicest hotels, the toilet paper is always underwhelming, and sometimes like that Motel 6 that we stay in, not like they should have good toilet paper because
But-
they don't have anything. That shit will burn my ass for like a day.
Yeah.
I'll bring my own toilet paper to the hotel room. I know what I want.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad told me the story about when he was growing up in the 60s that colored toilet paper was a thing where it would like match the decor in your bathroom based on like the color of the toilet paper. But then they had to discontinue it because it was giving people ass cancer.
Oh yeah, that's what.
There was the dye in the toilet paper. Like
Patrick Swayze have ass cancer?
did he?
Is that I fact check?
Colon cancer? Someone fact check what killed the
He
Sways?
had ass cancer. Yeah.
Someone fact checked if ass cancer killed the Sways. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to your goddamn hero. You get to see his ass in Roadhouse,
Oh,
which is the best movie of all time.
Which
if we can be
it's a
honest.
fantastic ass, if we're being honest.
title ass.
Tight ass.
And then he does like when he does all that karate by himself. God, that movie's so fucking good.
You want to catch a quick Roadhouse after this?
Oh, that's all I'm doing is living until my next viewing of Roadhouse.
That's all we're all doing is living until the next
I
Roadhouse.
love when I wake up on like a Saturday or Sunday and I'm usually working on shit for this nightmare of an existence we have going on, and I'll pop on the TV and just see like what movie I can put on in the background, and sometimes it's Roadhouse. Lately it's been Roadhouse and Terminator 1 and 2 repeatedly.
Not bad choices at all.
Not bad at all, but when it's Roadhouse, I'll put the computer away, and then I'm like 2 hours later,
Sitting
I'm
there
like,
like Lenny at the Oscars, just
Yeah.
watching Roadhouse.
yeah. It's still crazy how in Roadhouse that guy at the end says, I used to fuck guys like you in jail.
Yeah.
That is the biggest spoiler alert. That is the biggest
Yeah, if for
twist.
somehow you've gone this long
And then
without
he
seeing
rips his
Roadhouse.
throat out. Like, what a fucking triumphant.
What
like,
just a goddamn man of a movie.
that's like the finest moment in cinema history, if we can be honest.
Agreed.
The next submission. Do we say usernames for people?
I'd say we can, yeah, as long as it's not like their full government name like Kurt there.
Yeah. Don't find Kurt on Instagram. Kurt,
No.
change your goddamn handle.
And then we'll promote you.
So this one is from someone who recently found the show, I believe. Because
Yes, because they did make a comment.
They commented on Slim's inappropriate lifestyle, I guess.
It's not a lifestyle. I just apparently say the words greasy pussy too much, and it makes
Jesus
me
Christ,
feel
I was trying to
uncomfortable.
avoid it.
We can't avoid it.
We could not tell if that was a sincere complaint. That
we thought
got,
it was
but,
at first, and we
yeah,
were both really stressed out
thought
about it.
Yeah, I thought it was, but seems to still be listening to this for some reason. So thank you. It's from Tucci Gang.
Tucci
on
gang,
Instagram.
Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang.
So shout out to you. Thank you for gambling with this
spent
nightmare.
10 racks on
Well, the submission
my
is
10-year-old uncle.
Jimmy John's, Firehouse, or Subway.
Subway.
I've never had firehouse.
I have been inside of a firehouse, but
Or literal firehouse?
that
Or
too.
the band Firehouse?
That also.
I seen Firehouse.
Thrice.
Beloit Riverfest.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew, ew, ew. That sentence did not make me feel happy at all.
I almost got in a fight because, you know, those...
You told me you almost got into a fight at a firehouse show.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't win in Rome?
It's like getting into a fight at a 5-finger death punch show. Who does that?
I mean, the name kind of stirs up
All
everything.
the tap-out shirts. You assume those guys are trained martial arts experts.
You know, there was a lot of vendors at the Beloit Riverfest. You know those packs you can, like, squeeze and they, like, foam up and pop?
Yeah.
I went
Bomb bags.
Yeah, I went on the Ferris wheel with a friend and I pushed one and I threw it and it landed right in front of this kid and exploded. And the kid waited for us to get off of the Ferris wheel, which is real dedication to constantly see the person
And
you're
then
angry
just
about.
staring at them. Was
Yeah,
he
the whole
arms
time.
crossed?
No, he was just standing there. He looked... I didn't think he was going to be like that upset. I thought maybe he was curious about what had happened.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, fuck, what was that?
Yeah. He quickly identified who we were. And then at this point in my life, there was a band called The Bruisers, and they had a live recording of a song, and the guy is like about to get in a fight, and he says something that we thought was badass. So then my friend said it to this kid's face, and that kid was not excited. So don't throw bomb bags off of Ferris wheels. Anyway, Firehouse subs I've never had.
There's one up in Janesville. I was inside recently with a friend, but they have nothing that I can eat in there. So
I thought you were going to say they have nothing.
no, they have lots of stuff
We
that
have
looks
bread?
good. It's just, I mean, yeah, I pretty much could have gotten like bread with mustard on it and walked out. That would have been real tasty.
I mean, it's not a bad decision.
I prefer the taste of Jimmy John's over
I think
Subway.
Jimmy John's is underrated.
Jimmy John's has a better quality sub, but in terms of like convenience and price, Subway all the way. Because I can go get a Veggie
Yeah.
Delight for like $4.
Yeah,
Be
I like,
fed for an evening.
I think Jimmy John's, is underrated.
Jimmy
Hear a lot
John's
of
overall
people-
for quality.
A lot of people complain about the bread.
What about Jersey Mike's? That's a fair.
I do like Jersey Mike's.
I love
but,
Jersey Mike's.
The Jersey Mike's adjacent to me has a very large, angry man that takes your order every time, and it
Okay.
just seems like he's very irritated with you. And then you know how awkward I am, so that one time they were like, "You want it Mike's way?" or whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is
was
Mike's
just
way.
like, "Oh yeah," and then they just douse it in what the fuck is vinegar?
Okay,
and
I actually figured this out. Mike's way is lettuce, onions, douse it in vinegar. Like they dump
it was
it in
wet. It was
Yeah.
so wet.
Yeah, because they put oil, like
Yeah.
an oil blend with red wine vinegar on it.
Yes, yeah, I wasn't wrong.
But I don't think they douse it per se
He doused it.
with his
And
anger.
I also had a coupon for a free sub, and they were about to close. I made all of the mistakes, but he's also not a happy person. And
Did you come in 5 minutes before close and get a sandwich?
I came in. Big cum.
Big cum.
Can I take your big cum?
big cum stepping in with a sandwich coupon?
Yeah, because I wanted to get a hot
It's real
sub,
wet
and they
when
were
he
like,
slaps it on the
we're
counter.
not even making hot subs anymore. He said something like that, and it kind of seemed like it had come down from corporate. Like, we're not even making hot subs anymore.
Hot subs? That's not even on the menu, kid. Look.
It just says hot subs, and I'm like, oh, sorry, sir.
Is no more hot subs and red tape like
Yeah.
repeated across the thing. It's like
So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Subway is the best because you can like customize more stuff.
yeah.
One time I was in a Subway and the guy in front of me was like, put a bunch of olives on it. And the guy put a bunch of olives on it and he was like, put some more olives on it. And the guy put more olives on it. And the guy goes, I don't want to be a nuisance or anything, but can you put some more olives? And it was so olive ridden that when the guy tried to close it, olives were just shooting out of both the sides. And the guy in front of me was going, yeah, that's going to be good. And I was like, why don't you just eat a jar of olives? You horrible fuck.
Why not just go to fucking Walmart, get a baguette, hollow it out, stuff it full
Fuck
of
it
olives,
with olives.
fuck it, put olives in it, and then eat it like a big
Olives
dumbass,
suck.
like a horrible fuck.
I hate olives, so it was very triggering.
See, I love olives, but I don't like the idea of all those olives on that. I hate to be a nuisance.
And they had went to school together. The guy was like, "Oh, hey, how are you since high school?"
The only reason he did it.
Do you think you could fuck this sandwich full of olives for me? More olives.
More olives.
Like, you should never have, like, 3 times of requesting more of anything. That's 1 time too many.
Yeah.
2 is excessive.
2 is pushing your limits.
Yeah.
3 is
3?
being an ass. It's being a horrible fuck.
Yeah, that's the only time that's been appropriate in my life. Shout out to that man getting the Subway sandwich in Winnebago. But yeah, I feel like Subway you can like customize more.
Yeah,
You can really
absolutely,
get loose with
yeah.
it. I like their meatball sandwiches.
I used to love a good meatball sub.
Yeah.
And I used to honestly, there wasn't anything I didn't like from Subway. I used to get the seafood sensation back in the day.
See, I'm not a fan of seafood. My thing as a kid, when I was more picky, was always the cold cut combo, cold cut trio.
Cold
whatever you call
cut
it.
trio's the way to. Spicy Italian was also good back in the day. At the Subway where we worked at, I'd always get the spicy Italian.
Yeah, we didn't work at Subway.
No, but there was a Subway where we worked.
Yeah, I feel like we're giving away.
Yeah.
As
As long as we're not saying it.
We worked behind the Subway.
Sure.
In the alley.
Were we trapped?
Yeah, where we trapped and
Out the
ate
Subway.
Subway sandwiches.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the rumor that Subway bread is made out of yoga mats?
No, it's not made out of yoga mats. It's that the bread used to contain a chemical which is also found in the composition of yoga mats. So it's kind of like how raspberry flavoring comes from like beaver butthole glands.
Okay.
You've never heard that?
No, you come with the animal facts every episode.
That is true if you look it up. A lot of raspberry, like artificial raspberry flavoring, the same enzyme is found where they actually extract it from is the anus gland of beavers.
So who's doing that job?
I don't know, but I want to know how much it pays.
Is that why the beavers are so angry?
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I mean, I
If
don't
someone
think
was
anyone wants
squeezing
to,
your
like-
ass glands all day?
I mean, you know, they say
But it's like
the
the
male G-spot's in the anus.
Which God made apparently a cruel joke by hating homosexuals and then putting the male G-spot in the anus.
I've never experienced that pleasure,
I
to
have
be honest.
neither have I.
I have?
I have not. But that goes with that. What I was saying earlier. My friend said they had never seen an asshole before, and I said,
yes. How
I
could
said,
we brush over that?
well, I said that I had seen like plenty of female assholes before, but I've never seen a male asshole in person.
I was gonna
and
say,
I
know
get
you've
very
seen it
offended when I see
online.
them in
Yeah,
pornography.
know.
I don't like them.
I'm working on the petition to blur men's buttholes in porn. No one gains anything.
I'm
from
working on blurring men's buttholes in person.
Yeah,
is what
in
I'm
real
saying.
life.
Kind of like how it's that Black Mirror where you get blocked in real life.
that. Yeah,
but
just
on
buttholes.
everywhere. Every man. Is that too much to ask for?
I don't have.
We can have a
problem with
space force, but we can't blur out every man's butthole.
I'm
Blur
with-
mine out. Make mine the first you blur
Oh,
out.
Please do.
Please. Please, God, blur out my asshole.
Yeah, I fully agree. But yeah, you see buttholes in person and online. Sometimes I just click on a Twitter link and it's a butthole. I recently
There's
saw a t-shirt that's just a very zoomed in picture of an anus is the entire t-shirt. I wanted to buy it, but
There's an advertisement
weird.
on the porn site I go to that has 2 girls, and one of them just has her asshole right there on the screen, and she's
Yeah.
like, "What should I do with this?"
okay. You're on different websites than I
I'm
am.
on lots of different things.
That's true.
Come get me that Silk Road link for some Blue Glow.
So yeah, I think we're going Subway. Just for
I say Subway.
convenience, a quick little meal.
Catch the dads at Subway, getting a good
Yeah.
Subway
I
sandwich.
don't know the last time I ate Subway. I do it when
I've
I
had Subway a lot recently.
I do it when I think I need to be more healthy, because Jared before all the bad
the unfortunates.
before all the inappropriate decisions in his life, he lost all the weight, and it was all thanks to Subway. So
I can't believe he's in jail.
I know, I forget about him, forget he exists.
Apparently he's real fat in jail again.
I mean, I heard from I listened to like a podcast. I think it
Mhm.
was Tom Segura or however you say it, worked with him, and
Mhm.
they he was his brother in a run of commercials, and he said that guy would be stressed out all the time because he had to stay thin. Like, it was in his contract he couldn't gain weight, 'cause then
Yeah.
it fucks up everything. So Tom Segura would have a pizza and he'd be like, "Can I get a piece of pizza? Don't tell anyone from the Subway Corporation." He just had to eat Subway. It's probably why he went off the rails and diddled kids. I don't want to make that jump.
That's a bold claim.
Only eating Subway, it can make you do strange things, I'll say.
I will say that if
Yeah.
I knew a man that consisted on a whole Subway diet, I would not put anything past the guy.
Exactly. That's what I want to say. Next submission. This one is right up your alley. It's from Yaz, Y-A-Z. Shout out Yaz. Email is, let me make sure I get this right. 1, 2, 3. Greasy pussy at cheeseballs.com.
Fuck yeah, greasy pussy at cheeseballs.com. You're my new hero.
I'm glad we're not letting that die.
Ever.
Yeah, that's one of the
Rolling into year 2. That's going to be our cash cow.
That's probably the worst slogan that we keep rehashing. The title here is, "Do live performances even matter anymore?" And the submission is so, and then it says TRNSMT. What's that?
What?
What the fuck is that?
Can you show me?
Yeah, can you read?
Yeah, I can read.
TRNSMT.
It's a
Transmit
festival, yeah.
Interesting. Transmit Festival was last week in Glasgow, and it was litty. I'm going to take a moment to say, are you in Glasgow?
Yeah, are you in
That's
Glasgow?
fucking crazy. You
Because if you're from Glasgow,
you were in Glasgow at one point.
Yeah, clearly. Because tell us more about that.
Yeah, get back to us, Yaz, possibly in Glasgow.
Especially at Greasy Pussy, Greasy Pussy, Greasy Pussy.
Okay, you're going to ruin it.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Anyway, it was litty. The Arctic Monkeys set was amazing, my own personal fan bias aside. But as amazing as the band performance was, you couldn't deny that the said amazing, possibly their best performance, was juiced by the crowd and their reaction, which made me think, do we even care about how much the artist gives during a live set anymore, regardless of the crowd, or is that for the birds now? Who is the greatest live performer? I always thought it had to be Rammstein, considering how consistent.
God, who is this person?
Considering how consistent the energy of their performance is from start to finish.
Amen to that, brother.
Or
sister.
Yeah, I mean, we can't make any
I don't
assumptions.
discriminate. Man, if it's sister, text me at 4027 Dapper because no, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you straight up. Who you just made a Rammstein reference on this show? That's my. I just bought the Live aus Berlin DVD at Disc Replay for $6 just to rehash my nostalgia.
Perfect.
So God bless whoever this person is because everything about this whole submission just appealed to everything about me.
Did you see Rammstein?
I never got the chance to see them. If this person was in Glasgow and also has gotten the chance to see Rammstein, please get back at me because it has always been my dream to see them. I've loved them since I was 8 fucking years old. Seriously,
I love their works when they made the dildos of each member.
The pussy video and single cover art was fantastic. If we can be 100%.
A lot of bold choices that we're trying to follow in the footsteps of.
I was way too into Rammstein as a teenager. I'll tell you that much right now. And being a kid from a small town in the Midwest. It definitely made some waves.
I'm aware of the waves.
I was not popular.
I heard Tale of Waves that you created.
With my balls.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I say live performances matter. I will say that specifically with like the shit we see, rap in particular, it's kind of, I'd say it is a lot of just being there and the crowd. Like a lot of people, like when you see Valet, you will be disappointed because he doesn't do much actual
and there's going to be a lot of backtracking and a lot of just the song playing.
Yeah, so rap specifically is in a bad spot for that type of shit. But
well, I mean, you saw that video of the Wall of Death, and he like you can hear the song playing in the background the whole time while he's just yelling over the microphone.
Yeah, everybody just plays their song in the back.
Yeah, so it's like what's
a majority of
and it's like I remember seeing that video of Travis Scott with Migos when they were playing like Kelly Price in the club, and it was just him. Like he didn't even rap over his own part. He just did like the ad libs over his part. I don't think you've seen
enough like relevant rappers nowadays because that's like that's why I love Prof so much because he doesn't do that.
Because he actually
and, like,
raps.
Other people don't. And I get having like backing track for chorus or different.
Well, I mean,
parts
especially
of
if you have like harmonies and stuff and like multiple vocal parts, it's one thing. But you should at least be performing the main vocal.
Like
track,
if you see videos of Playboi Carti, like him playing Magnolia, he doesn't even rap. He just stands there and kind of dances while the literal song, it's not a backing track, it's the song.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I hate about rap, but in the moment when you're there, it's fucking great.
Because it's like you drive around, you listen to the song in your car, you listen to it in your headphones, so like to hear it in like a live environment with people fucked up having a good time. That's what it's all about, you know?
So there's a huge percentage of it just being you're in the crowd, you've waited for it, you love the artist, they could really do whatever. I've seen some like mediocre performances that I still very much enjoy just being there.
Brockhampton could have done whatever, but like that audience was
if you like it enough, but I feel like there's, especially outside of rap, there's still a lot of people who give good performances. When I saw Kanye, it was incredible. He doesn't rap over a backing track. He has a lot of theatrics. I feel like when you have more stuff and like bigger, bolder ideas, then it's definitely more interesting to see. But
Well, I mean,
think it still matters. You got to do something.
Yeah, like
'Cause otherwise you
when
could
we
just
saw
go,
Mount Erie, that was a fantastic
that's
live
incredible.
performance. You know,
it varies a lot. I'm not familiar with the Arctic Monkeys, so I don't know what.
I am. I still haven't had a chance to listen to their most recent album because I heard it's really like it's a lot softer. It's more like piano based stuff, and it's not as much like rock and roll as they used to do.
Yeah,
which I'm fine with. I'm always interested to hear how artists evolve. I just haven't checked it out. But from what you listen to their old stuff, it does seem like a lot of things that could be accomplished with a 4-piece band on stage. It's like they're not there's not a lot of compositions where you're not going to be able to recreate those live. You know, I will say that coming forward into the future, live performance do not matter as much. Once we started being able to take recordings of things and play them live, that's when it stopped mattering. Because and it started small. I mean, I'm sure you can think back to concerts you've been to over the years where it's just like samples that were played live. I mean, I've seen Slipknot live and they have like all the samples from the records and stuff, but Sid, the DJ, plays them, you know, so it's still part of the live performance. It's not like a backing track at all. Yeah. When I saw them, Jim, their guitarist, was actually out with a sprained wrist. He couldn't play the guitar, and they had a guitar tech playing it on the side of the stage where I could like peek around and actually see it being played. So it wasn't even a backtrack of the guitar. It was somebody else playing those songs, you know? So
yeah, I think it varies a lot from performer.
Well, I think genre to genre for sure. But I also think more days like now, because I remember watching like the Marilyn Manson live DVD that came out in 2001 or 2 or something, like the Against All Gods tour. And it's like there was a lot of stuff there that was like pre-recorded that he would do, but it was like sample based, you know, it wasn't like actual whole parts of songs. Now we're at the point, I remember reading this thing online where somebody went to like one of the first Little Pump shows on his first tour that he ever did. Oh yeah. And it was like a 20-minute long show, and he just like played his songs and like screamed over them and like jumped around and stuff. But it's like, what do you expect? You know, that's what you're gonna get. That's what I mean.
Yeah, you should be familiar. Every time I'm going to see someone, for the most part, I usually look at like a YouTube video to see what I'm getting into.
Right, yeah.
And there's certain artists, like if I'm gonna see Little Pump or like that Lyrical Lemonade festival we're gonna go to, a lot of that's gonna be people all kind of rapping over their actual songs and not giving like the energy, and that's more based on the crowd, but it's still a good time. I think nowadays a lot of performers can get away with a lot more,
right? So
it doesn't matter as much, but
well, I mean,
there's still people doing it.
Well, I mean, I think we got to grow through and see some of the backlash from that too. I mean, I'm sure you remember Milli Vanilli as a kid, where they had the whole lip sync thing, and then Ashley Simpson on SNL when she got caught doing the lip sync. Yeah,
it used to be a big deal, and now everyone's essentially lip syncing.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter anymore.
So it's not as big of a deal. As far as greatest live performer, I've never seen them, but I remember watching. My dad had all the VHS tapes of bootleg concerts from like every fucking buddy, like Guns N' Roses, Kiss, blah blah blah. And he had a Queen one. I feel like
I was going to say Queen. Yeah,
has to have been one of the greatest performers.
I mean, if you watch if you watch the Wembley Stadium show, the DVD of that, there's no denying that they were the greatest rock band that ever lived.
Yeah,
ever.
That just seems. Yeah, and again, it's probably rose-colored glasses because we weren't there, and you'll never be able to see it.
I don't know, man. My mom saw Queen on like 2 or 3 different occasions, and she said that it was, and she saw like David Bowie, Peter Gabriel, Genesis, Styx, like all the 80s bands she saw. Yeah. And she said that Queen was just hands and shoulders above everybody else she ever saw in her entire life. She said Queen was just the most incredible live show she'd ever seen.
Yeah, that's when people are like, if you could go back in time and see one.
Queen at Wembley.
Yeah, I would say Queen.
I got to see my personal best performance I ever saw live was actually B.B. King. I saw him about a year and a half before he died.
Said that on here before.
I will stand behind. That was the best live show I've ever seen. Yeah,
mine would probably be Kanye, but that is a huge bias. Yeah, but that also, he had a fucking mountain and he made it snow in the United Center and he brought out White Jesus. Like, that's what I mean. If you go and do the theatrics, then that matters a lot. Like that changes a lot of shit, and it's hard, especially with rap, because like the average person isn't going to do all that. That's why Prof's so great, because he makes it feel so great, and it's really just him jumping around having a good time.
Right. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter as much anymore, but it should. I wish more people were better.
Because Prof at Soundset was incredible. Like if you can ever find footage
that has
from
more theatrics too. There's like a lot of footage out there. There's a vlog we made.
Yeah.
So watch that shit. Go see Prof too.
Come to Prof Outdoors with us.
And then the next one comes from Kurd.
Thanks, Kurd.
He ended up submitting 3 quick ones separately over time, and changed up his email. This one is dumbsluts@fingerbanging.com. I feel
Hell
like he's
yeah.
familiar with that website. The title is Curd because I don't think he understands how the anonymous submissions work.
At all.
I text him because I was like, "Are you meaning for these to be anonymous?" And he's like, "I don't know." So he said,
Doesn't know how phone works.
"This one is if you could have any singers/rappers voice, who would one from any era? Pick a singer and rapper if possible."
He had to be drunk when he did this.
I don't think he was. That's just how he texts sometimes.
I'm going to go ahead and say, if we're picking like a singer and rapper, T-Pain, because not only does he have that beautiful
I think he
auto-tune-
means one of each, but
T-Pain let's do a mix, a singer-rapper, a singer and a rapper.
Jesus. Well, the singer,
Singer is Frank Ocean.
yeah, singer's Frank Ocean.
The
I think we
singer-rapper
both
for
know
me is
that.
T-Pain.
I think. Yeah, T-Pain. But does that mean that we have the auto tune then? Is that what it is?
No, because if you've heard him without the auto-tune as
Yeah,
well, right? He's got.
But I
he's
want
got-
him with the auto tune.
Oh, well, yeah,
If you just have that voice,
Just-
and you're
just
like,
walking
yeah,
around.
yeah, it gets really annoying.
And then like if I could have any rapper's voice, Danny Brown.
That's a bold one.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get the laugh, then I'm all for it. Oh my god, he drives me crazy sometimes when he doesn't stop laughing.
It's like, stop making Danny laugh, guys.
It's an epidemic. I don't know rapper's voice. I think currently I would say Valet because he just has that fucking flow.
Chinese food one time. I might as well do
Yeah,
that
he just
one
sounds so
time.
soft spoken and adorable.
I would say just
Sounds
just
like a
rap,
cat burglar.
rap very soft spokenly, and you could just be valet.
Yeah,
Might catch me out in Villon.
I don't know. I also like weird voices like
Mm-hmm.
Chance, Danny Brown, Zaloopers.
Zaloopers. Can you
Whatever.
imagine having that voice when you're like, I should be dead.
It's
I should
basically
be
a
dead."
weirder Danny Brown, which is
Something
a tall
to- something
order,
to mull
but
over.
Yeah, it exists. The next submission is also from Curd. The email in this one is interesting. A lot of grammatical errors, but what I can get from it is it says like B Nelly more than drama. I think it says I like Nelly more than drama is what it's supposed to
Don't
be.
we all?
Nelly is my dog. He spelt her name wrong. So big good uncle.
Yeah, being a good uncle there, Kurt.
Fucking piece of shit. You horrible fuck. You can't
Horrible
even spell
fuck.
my daughter's name right.
that's grounds for horrible fuck right there.
Yeah, if there's any grounds for horrible fuck, it's misspelling my sweet daughter's name. Anyway, the title is Soaking Up the Sun. And the submission is, would you give up your right ball sack to fuck?
Just the right side?
No, but wait. Your right ball sack to fuck Sheryl Crow in her prime. First off, the phrase right ball sack sounds like you have two ball sacks, not right nut. I think everyone says, would you give up like your left nut?
Yeah,
right
but
nut,
right ball sack?
So this just in breaking news, Kurt has two ball sacks.
You can suck on both.
Well, yeah, if I have a ball sack and I'd definitely give one up to fuck Sheryl Crow. in
Two
her prime.
separate-
I don't
yeah.
need two ball
If I
sacks.
have two ball sacks, just
That's
shove them both in
crazy.
one. It's like me at the grocery store. Just put it all in one bag. I don't want to carry all those bags in.
Yeah, do you want your chicken with your meat? Do you want your
I don't give a
laundry detergent with your rice?
I don't care. I just don't want to carry all those things in the house.
I put bread in like things that you shouldn't put bread with.
I mean-
Smash up the bread. I'm gonna eat it anyway. I don't give
Yeah,
a
it's just
fuck.
bread, yeah.
Jesus Christ, it cost me $1. You know how much podcast money I have? Not much.
Not much. Buy a
Anyway.
shirt at www.thedapperdads.com or
//
just send us
shop.
money.
Yeah, you can PayPal us. We have a PayPal.me link. I don't know what it is. It's probably like
Get at me on the Cash App.
yeah, send us a legal tender in the mail. Dirty ass legal tender came through the mail. Yeah, I'd probably fuck Sheryl Crow in the prime. I'm guessing
Yeah, why not?
I'm guessing you want to know if we would give up a testicle about it, and not
yeah.
an entire ball sack.
I mean, if they're just slicing the half of my ball sack, are they sewing
They're just they're surgically
they
removing
removing a
your right
chunk?
testicle, and you get to keep it.
and then I get to, and then you get
And
to,
then I find it in a
and then
smoker.
yeah, he's the ball man.
Yeah. Well, they've been calling me that for
They've been
years
calling me
now.
Jump Man for years because I'm on that ball life, and then you just hold up the jar.
I like how big you motion that jar would be. How big is your testicle?
Large.
I was thinking a smaller mason
It's not big.
jar.
It's large.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm giving up a right testicle, I don't know if it would be for Sheryl Crow.
I'd
in
fuck
her
Sheryl
prime.
Crow now. Why not?
Yeah, we'd all fuck Sheryl Crow at
Who
any
wouldn't?
point.
Cheryl, have your people get at us.
Yeah, Cheryl, I'm sure you're very interested.
Cheryl, I would love to bring you out to the Dapper Dad's Double Penetration Theater.
I don't think we can say that.
We already did.
Yeah, we stopped bleeping things out, and it's all been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Do you think she's just interested because we're willing to give up a testicle about it?
I'd
She's
give
like,
up.
That's a deal I have to.
I mean,
take.
she wasn't-
She keeps the testicle.
I mean, she was engaged
She
to
just
Lance
has
Armstrong, and
testicles.
didn't he lose his testicles?
Was she really?
Yeah, she was
Wow.
with Lance Armstrong, and he lost his nuts, didn't he?
Well, then, yeah, this seems right up her alley.
Yeah, I mean, if we're nutless anyway, if we're willing to go that
That's
extra
the
mile
only
to-
way you can fuck her. That's how he lost his testicle. Can we say that?
Oh,
Allegedly.
I think we can allegedly say that.
Allegedly,
Allegedly, Lance lost his testicles?
Sheryl Crow ate one of Lance Armstrong's testicles.
His right testicle.
And that's why he had to start taking performance-enhancing drugs.
So to up his testosterone so that he didn't have to worry
So
about...
he could grow a new testicle and they could fuck again.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
really liked fucking Sheryl Crow.
This all makes sense now. Yeah, if I'm giving up a testicle, I don't know if it's going to be for Sheryl Crow, though. You know what I mean?
Would you give up a testicle for Jewel?
No. That's Sheryl Crow over
What
Jewel.
if I took your Jewel and I was like, I need a testicle before you can have your Jewel back?
I would just buy another Jewel. I
That's
think
fair, they're so
testicles.
cheap.
I think testicles go for more than $20 at your local
But
Circle
it's
K.
your testicle.
Yeah, and it's worth more than $20.
This is part of our documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth more than $20. It's a principle of the matter as I hold it.
You hold my testicle.
Yeah, we each have each other's testicle.
Well, then we should just
We
swap.
were in agreement to
If
fuck
we swap
Sheryl
each
Crow.
other's testicles, can we have each other's kids? Right? I think the science is there. Don't harp on it. Let's just say that makes sense.
Okay, so I think it would be if we switch testicles.
If we really.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of
Really?
the science here. If we switch testicles, and because okay, I need. There's a lot of science here, and I'm figuring
We
out
can't
how to
get
word
into
this.
it. We
No,
can't get
okay.
into it.
If you are shooting a load,
Okay. I think we're getting into it.
yeah, we're getting into it. If you are shooting a load,
Mm-hmm.
does that load come from just one testicle? Like, does the sperm
Mine
come from
does.
one, or does it come from both? As it comes,
I
out.
choose. I like to, give it even. So like this week's a
I
right.
get a nosebleed and pass out. I'm like, fuck.
I get a nosebleed, but it's from my dick.
Because I get a nosebleed when that one big sperm cell comes out of my dick.
Yep. But yeah. So this is a right week. Next week will be a left week. I try to keep them even. I don't want to wear one.
Well,
out.
see, I feel like because I feel like it has to come from both at the same time.
No.
Really?
Maybe yours, not mine. I
'Cause
choose
it's so uncomfortable.
when I'm in the
feeling.
throes of love making.
You choose where
with myself.
you choose which vas deferens to flex.
Yeah, that's what I shout when I'm coming. I'm like, right one. And then it slips out.
Does it have
drips
to,
out?
Does your voice
slowly.
crack like that too?
Yeah, while you're coming, your voice doesn't crack while you come.
My voice doesn't crack ever. I think I'm an adult.
Oh, okay. You don't have weird voice cracks when
Uh,
someone asks you something startling.
I have
when you
more
haven't
like
talked all
I have
day?
gurgles and wheezes more than I do cracks.
Oh, I know. So yeah,
Yeah, why not?
no,
When else are you gonna get the fuck Sheryl Crow?
I mean, if that's no. See, if I'm giving up a right testicle, I want it to be for someone other than Sheryl Crow. I'm gonna be
Who then?
honest.
Who would you give up a right
I
testicle
always
for?
go Rihanna.
Lana Del Rey.
That's not bad.
Oof, God.
Demi Lovato.
Oh my God!
Right?
I just found out I'm in love with Demi Lovato.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
I watched a performance of her doing that song she does with Lil Wayne, "Lonely," I think, and it was on her tour with Kalani, and she's on a bed spinning around doing it, and then Kalani comes out and starts making out with her.
What?
And, yeah, and then
Send me a link.
quickly.
Kalani's beautiful.
Kalani is a fucking gorgeous
Jesus
woman.
Christ.
Oh my God! And Demi Lovato's thighs. Can we just talk about this for a second?
I don't
because
think we can.
I want to. I want
I
to die
know.
between them. That's my new mission in life.
I mean,
If
not a bad
Lil
way to
Pump's
go.
got Selena Gomez, I feel like Fast Finger Slim can have Demi Lovato.
Selena Gomez, is that iCarly?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
Well, that's who he wants.
look the same.
iCarly girl. Yeah, I don't think it's Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's that other small woman. who was
iCarly?
yeah, it's iCarly. That's the thing.
Miranda.
Yeah, Miranda Lambert.
No, that's the country singer.
Melissa Etheridge?
No, you're thinking of the lesbian with the fundraising.
No, I think that's who Little Pump wants.
Your Little Pump
What if
wants to
that
fuck
was-
Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, this is just in. We're breaking a lot of news tonight.
Yeah.
I'm breaking a sweat about it.
I'm breaking a
Tune
huge
in.
sweat in this basement.
Tune into episode 56 where we'll elaborate on Melissa Etheridge and Little Pump's messy love triangle.
Ugh.
Anyway, yeah, I'm giving up a right nut for someone else. Sorry, Cheryl. Still have your people get at us.
Yes, we'll still fuck you. We don't want to give up any testicles.
Yeah. The next one comes from Lemmy,
Good old Lemmy. How you doing,
close
bud?
friend of the podcast. The email is j.w.gacygiddens@kids.com.
John Wayne
Gacy Giddens
kids
kids
at .com.
at kids.com.
At
So
kids.
That one's
Creative.
creative, a little too
Frowned upon.
yeah, a little too frowned upon. The header here is dry spell, huh? And it says, here's 3 sticky quickies, which we're never going to say
I
again.
am never going to ask for
That's
that
the most
from you,
upsetting
Lemily.
thing we've ever gotten.
Holy shit.
In a submission. We'll give you an award. So number 1, we're just going to do these one by one because they're a little beefy. Number 1, any little tidbits or hints or something you can tell us about what you're doing for the anniversary. I assume you're talking about the anniversary of the first time me and Slim made passionate love in the backseat of a, what was my car? A Neon. A Dodge
Corolla.
Neon. A Corolla. Yes, Adam Carolla was there.
As was Adam 22.
Yes.
New allegations are coming to light.
Jesus Christ. It was the new Man Chill. Horrible reboot.
Ooh,
We only wanted to see the girls on the trampolines. For the anniversary, what we're going to be doing is playing the slew of voicemails we've been getting from people.
Just a ton of them.
Specifically you, Lemmy. It was so nice of you, being one of the biggest fans of the show,
To call.
to instantly leave a voicemail with your favorite parts of this podcast and
Yes.
everything about it, since we are your favorite thing in the world. So thank you very much. Other than that, I don't know. It looks like we're not going to be doing shit because no
Yeah.
one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck at all.
What I will say without
What I
any,
can't stand is I shared that post about people submitting and everyone liked it, but
I know.
nobody did a thing.
Yeah, this is the modern age. Is everyone likes your posts but doesn't actually follow through. And Slim's nose is bleeding into his brain.
Stuck in
I
hell.
hope you guys are happy.
I am
with
in
what
hell.
you've done. We're all in hell. This is hell.
Yeah.
We just
Hell,
never
Jim.
get to stop talking. But
In hell, Jim, you have to lift
What I-
weights until you go to hell.
what I will say for the anniversary episode, which is in 2 episodes, get your submissions in. We're not going to tell you anything, but I will say, out of anything we've referenced the video about, this will be the video.
This will be
to
the
watch.
video to watch. We will be sharing
the
it.
video. Don't even listen to the audio. Fuck our numbers. Watch the video.
Fuck 'em.
This is going to be the video to witness. We
Yeah.
will say that much. It will be juicy and wet and disgusting and slithering. Number 2, any more big festivals or music outings any of you still plan on attending this year? I don't think we have too much on the agenda.
No, pretty dry for the rest of the year,
Yeah,
actually.
pretty dry. Let me think real quick. So
Oh, there's that quick little day where we're doing.
well, hold on.
Okay.
Let's go in order here. So the day you're hearing this, the following day, me and Slim will be going to see Kwaku Collins in Chicago, an amazing little artist you guys should be listening to. The weekend after that, me, Young Kurd, and Matt the God will be attending the Wicker Park Music Festival for possibly 3 days, seeing Against Me and hopefully Remo Drive specifically, and some other general artists. Let's see, after that, the following week on Thursday, we will be
Seeing my personal favorite right now, Pusha T and
featuring
Valet and Sheck
West.
Sheck West. Is that-
Shaqwas.
Shaqwas.
That's what I say when I come. Shaqwas.
That song has been coming up on so many playlists
Oh,
I've been listening to,
I-
and it makes me so mad.
Kurd, I know you're listening. You have to come to that show because when that song comes on, we have to stare at Adam and lose our minds.
As I just stand there like this the whole song.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
If you think I'm not gonna rage with
Yeah,
you guys during
I
that
know,
song
that's
like
what
an
it is.
animal,
Um,
as soon as it starts though, I'm just gonna.
and then there's
You're gonna have to get me into shoving you guys
you have
around.
no idea. You don't know how hard I'm gonna go for every Valet song.
When Womp Womp comes on, if we don't have a choreographed dance figured out, we're gonna figure it out in that moment. You understand
No,
me?
I understand. Then after that, there's a bit of a dry spell, and the next day,
I was gonna say there's a bit of a dry spell for about 12 to 18 hours after that.
yeah, we could say that.
Where we'll be doing some really boring things like sleeping
Yeah.
and probably eating and driving, because the next day we will be in Chicago seeing Brockhampton. I can't believe that's a sentence I'm saying again in 2018,
yep.
but God bless it.
We'll be just popping in to see Brockhampton perform. And then after that, the following weekend, we have a fun event that you guys will hear more about probably once it happens. But that Sunday, we will be attending Summer Smash, which is a festival in Chicago featuring
How much are tickets for that again?
$55.
Fuck.
That's a steal.
I don't even know if I can go to that one.
I'm going. It's a steal. Me and Kurt will be there with our shirts off. seeing quick rundown: Little B, Trippy Red, Ski Mask the Sump God, Maxo Cream, Joey Badass, Lil Skies.
Max O'Cream's tweet earlier this week, some bitch called me misogynistic. I told her to stop casting a spell on me.
Yeah, there's a fucking slew of people at that shit. That's gonna be
for
insane.
$55. I might have to make it work.
I mean, that's a steal. And there's a ton of other people there. And then in September 8th, we will be going to see Prof Outdoors, which is a music festival in honor of Prof, where he headlines. We're waiting to hear the other artists at that,
which will hopefully be announced any day now.
Yeah, I've heard tell of ICP.
I will not be going.
Family. I show up in full face. You wake up in the morning at the hotel and I'm like, what's up? I'm just putting clown makeup on.
What's up, guys?
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Am I saying it right? I've got my Fago. Yeah. I have complete disregard for my white status, and
make sure to drink a lot of water, guys. It's gonna be a warm day.
Yeah.
Can someone spray my makeup concealer? So yeah, we have a couple things on the agenda, and that's just till September.
Yeah. So if you
the year is far from over,
and your birthday is in August. Mine
yeah.
is in October. Yeah, yours is A15 day. Mine is
I'm the king.
Mine is the day before Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to be doing something that weekend.
Yeah,
Halloween based and birthday.
Well,
based.
yeah. Usually for that Halloween weekend, I'm in Madison for their Halloween.
Well,
festival.
I feel like I should maybe make the trip up to Madison myself.
Yeah, we got to see, but they have usually quite a lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I mean. The year's not even over, and we're booked solid.
Last winter we were booked pretty solid too.
Last winter I was booked to a point that was physically and emotionally exhausting.
Yeah. And
got me very sick, and yeah, it's been a crazy one, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. So yeah, you could say we have a few things we'll be attending. Number 3, what are your guys' preferred sandwich? Homemade and restaurant preferences. Basically, what do you make at home, and if you go out, what do you have?
Homemade, I like. I'm always privy to a good peanut butter and jelly in the middle of the night, but if I'm sitting down to make like a nice sandwich, I like a good oh god, what the fuck is the brand? They make these vegan fake spicy chicken patties that are like $2 a box, but they're like the best tasting things in the entire world. I just fry a couple up in a pan and do like mayonnaise, lettuce, just do like some good fake chicken sandwiches that way. If I'm going out to eat anywhere, I don't really eat a lot of sandwiches when I go out to places.
If I'm going out,
I feel like home is more of a place for sandwiches,
Yeah, or unless we're talking about going to like Subway or something.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking,
we've covered.
If we're talking about, because usually if I'm going out to a restaurant, I want to eat something that I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll definitely like if I'm in like Chicago or Milwaukee or Madison or something, I'll try to find like a vegan restaurant. If they have a really good sandwich option, I'll get that. Actually, you know what? Now that I can think of it, there's a place in Belvedere called the Short Line. It's like the first sushi restaurant ever in Belvedere. Shocking. And they do, shocking if you can fathom such an idea. But they have a tofu banh mi that they make, and a banh mi usually has like pork belly and ham on it and stuff. But it's got all the other ingredients except that. And it is probably one of the best sandwiches you can get here in the area, personally, because the bread is pivotal to a sandwich for me.
Oh, yeah.
And
it is.
It's like toasted bread on the outside, but it's still very soft. So it's got the crunch with the soft, and it holds everything together really well. You got to have the good bread for a good sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not a huge sandwich guy. I was on the meatball
on a meatball sub kick.
Meatball sub train pretty heavy, as we know. But then I had a few run-ins, catastrophes
with the law.
Yeah, the law. I've received several cease and desists from people just saying stop eating meatballs.
Hog-tied on the street a block away from your house because you had one too many meatballs and turned into a huge animal.
Yeah, well, I've said it before. I don't want to harp on it, but I was getting a bag of like 50 meatballs. And I was getting several bags, so at times I had hundreds of meatballs in my fridge. Amazing meatballs. Then I was eating so many, they were making me physically nauseous. So I stopped.
A lot of sodium will do that to you.
Stopped eating the meatballs. But a meatball sub is solid. I don't like getting them at restaurants because it's not a fun outdoor, out in the streets meal. You know what I mean? You don't want to eat some things in public because it's just going to get real
messy,
sloppy and disgusting. At home, personally, what I do a lot, I'm pretty plain, pretty vanilla when it comes to sandwiches.
Vanilla do a lot of things.
Yeah, you know me. So I'll just get bread and that big bag of like the honey roasted turkey buddings. Is that the brand?
Yeah, yep.
I just put turkey on bread and eat the shit
I
out
used
of
to
it.
be a big fan of not even, I wouldn't even call it a sandwich, just be like, stoned in the middle of the night, and I'd get a pack of the budding lunch meat and just slap it between 2 pieces of bread, maybe with a slice of American cheese if I was feeling fancy about it.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. Because if you get that big bag, that's a good amount of sandwiches.
One of the best sandwiches I ever had going out, I just remembered this. I was working on an overnight set at work one time, and they provided food for us every night, and we got the last
Big
night,
cum.
Big cum delivered food one day. It was very messy.
Yeah.
But I got an Italian beef sandwich on garlic bread.
Yeah, see, I forget I just had an Italian beef from Portillo's.
And that's a solid sandwich. Like, if you want to talk about like solid sandwich makeups, good hearty bread.
I
lots
forget
of meat.
about Italian beefs, but they are underrated.
Do you ever do the Italian beef with the sausage in the middle? Get like the Maxwell Polish with the beef on it?
No, I haven't,
That's
but
very
I
good.
would be interested.
You can get those at Portillo's.
Yeah, I've had and one of my old jobs got catered Portillo's, and they had the sausage and the Italian beef, and you got one of each, but the sausage was this big and the sandwich was like this big, and that's what they gave us, was one of each. So I basically made that in my stomach, but I didn't have it together.
It's very good all together because you get like the pop from the sausage, but you got like that good like greasy loose meat on the top.
Yeah.
I love good greasy loose meat.
I've
You feel me?
heard, yeah. But yeah, going out also, I feel the same. I don't eat a lot of sandwiches at a restaurant.
Right.
I
yeah.
do like if you can get like a chicken and like spinach artichoke dip.
Oh yeah,
I've had them at somewhere, and then they never have them again. But I'll make that at home sometimes. Just get that Friday's pre-made spinach artichoke dip.
Mm-hmm.
Cook up some chicken, cut it up, and put that on some toasted bread. That's fucking amazing.
That's fire, yeah.
But yeah, mostly if I go out, I'm not really in the sandwich thing, especially since I've been restricted from eating meatballs for the foreseeable future.
I went to
more of a wrap man, if we can be honest.
Oh yeah, good.
Which is,
I'm a burrito guy myself.
yeah,
so
basically
burritos,
we've been
wraps,
over this.
yeah.
Anything, because I feel like a wrap is a sandwich.
It's more
a
contained.
convenient
Yeah.
sandwich.
It's contained on
And
the
like-
edges.
Yeah, because and like you said, the bread is a big deal when it comes to sandwich, and it's a gamble getting bread. A wrap is just a little nice little thin bread.
Tortilla,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, I love wraps. That's basically what I go. I'm looking for like a chicken ranch wrap.
Something up
Put
in that.
whatever
I've
else
seen
in
you
there.
eat put quite a few of those away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like one of my. I want like fried chicken tenders, or like a chicken wrap as like my go-to outside of my house meal.
I went to Schaumburg last weekend to do a little bit of thrift.
IKEA.
Actually, didn't hit IKEA. I hit a bunch of different.
Smart man.
Hit a bunch of different
IKEA's a fucking nightmare
hellhole. I mean,
Everybody
it's really
in
good
it
if you're
could
trying to
die.
like decorate your first place, but
yeah,
like
when you're a child.
but like
Or if
after
you want
that, it's
cheap
like, ugh.
shit, but then I'm like, I'd pay more money just to not be around these fucking garbage
I
human
fucking
beings. These
feel you.
horrible fucks in IKEA.
These horrible fucks.
And they got the crate. The lines are always insane, and the carts are weird.
And
Everything's
then you gotta
weird
like buy
there.
a bag if you want a bag for anything.
Yeah, and you got to go find like if you want like anything that's not small and portable, you got to go
like,
down
get
to
a
the
number
warehouse
for
and
it.
do
You
it
gotta
yourself.
write it
And I'm
down
like,
and everything, and it's like,
"Huh,
ugh.
this is how I'm saving the money is the labor. I'll have someone. Then you got to
I'll
take
just
it out
go
to
to
your car, and everybody's jammed in that fucking parking
Oh
space.
god, I'll
and
just
you're like,
fucking go to Walmart.
yeah, I'll just
They'll pay some.
I'll just never have
they'll
a
pay some
dresser.
cart jockey 745 to come throw it in the back of my truck for me.
I'm just currently to the point of putting curtains in my office, my room with all my shit. I've had it for over a year and I haven't put up curtains, and I feel like sick of people seeing me shirtless, or I like to look out the window sometimes.
I feel like enough people aren't seeing me shirtless.
Well, maybe you should come to my office and show my neighbors what's really good,
I
so they
mean,
can see another shirtless man in my window.
Rubbing nipples.
And by getting curtains, I mean I've bought the rod for curtains.
I
so,
see.
In maybe another year, I'll
Want to go
purchase
curtain
the
shopping
curtains.
soon?
I'm trying to make some curtains because I'd like a fun
DIY some curtains.
Yeah, I have a big black sheet. I want black on the outside for the public.
Black
'cause I
on
have
black
that
on black
big-
with a ski mask.
I have that big demon on top of my desk.
Yeah.
And if you look outside at night and my lights
can
are on,
for sure
you
see it.
just see the demon. And I think it looks weird to people. I think it's fine for
You're
me.
not wrong.
It's a giant demon. It's hard to even explain.
Right.
But I would like black curtains for the public viewing, and then inside I'd like a fun pattern, like something you pick out at a Joann's Fabric, like
That
maybe a
wouldn't be
pizza
bad, yeah.
or something, or
Like some of the
corn
fun, like,
dogs.
90s
like
kids fabric,
ridiculous ones
yeah.
for the inside because I like to feel happy in my office.
I mean, I'll go to Joann's Fabric with you and pick
I've
out some
been to
fabric.
Joann's Fabric, but my first step is putting the black sheet up. It's gonna be very it's basically
DIY.
gonna be me just hanging a sheet up.
I feel you.
But when I was a kid, my two curtains in my bedroom were a pillowcase, and then silly string that I sprayed on a window until you couldn't see in or out of it anymore.
That's all right. For several years after my cat at my apartment had torn down my blinds climbing up on them, I used a shower curtain and a blanket to block all the sunlight out.
Yeah, it's being creative.
Yeah, exactly. It's about
poor and creative.
It's about working with what you have. You know, it's not like we're all rich horrible fucks out here.
I went to buy the curtain rod, nice curtain rod, like $12. Curtain rod I got $2. Why would I buy the $12 one?
Why would you ever?
You know what I mean? That bar that's
gonna like
has.
Snap in half from the weight of the curtains eventually.
Yeah, the weight of the sheet.
Yeah.
It's my life, folks. Welcome.
I love that we grew up so similar because you just like get shit that other people don't.
Oh,
get.
I know. It's hard when people don't grow up like you and you're like, well, one of my curtains was silly string. And like, why did your parents let you do that?
And you're like,
because I left them alone.
I was like, because I didn't bug them.
And they were like, okay.
I made my own meals by the time I was 6. I don't see what the problem here is.
Meals?
I mean, I put cereal.
Nice. Look at this fucking.
I put cereal in a bowl. Does that count?
Yeah. Is cereal a sandwich?
Is cereal a sandwich? It's small little hard. If it has marshmallows, it's a deconstructed sandwich. That's a strong yet fair opinion I'm going to stand by for the rest of the year.
Well, like, there's not a lot of marshmallows in cereal. You're working with Lucky Charms, essentially.
And variations thereof.
Yeah. Like, that's what they all do is you got your fucking leader, your main bitch.
Yeah.
Like Captain Crunch, and then you've got oops, all berries. Because a huge factory fuck up. And then you got the peanut butter ones that you should never.
Do you remember
eat.
those sweet ass like CG '90s Captain Crunch commercials where it had like the oops all berries commercials, and he's like, "Ugh."
Yeah, that's what I mean. There was that big of a fuck up at the factory that they didn't even put the little yellow.
Bro,
pieces.
I remember having a Captain Crunch like PC game I got in a cereal box.
That sounds like you've dreamt it.
And no, that was true. I'm gonna look it up and prove it. There was some kind of goblin in a mine somewhere. I remember this.
Okay.
I'm gonna look. Captain Crunch. Watch. This is gonna be like that McDonald's thing all over again, and it's gonna be a horrible nightmare.
Yeah, I mean everything we remember is horrible nightmares. I will say, we do have one more submission, but
let's go ahead and get it.
It has 4 links to YouTube videos, and I'm gonna be honest.
That was it.
Okay, that looks horrifying. I want to play it now. I'll look into it. I got an emulator. Yeah, that just looks weird.
I'll pull up a YouTube. Yeah, you raised. That's what it was. You raised crunchlings. So it was like, these little things. They were called crunchlings, and you had to like raise them in this cave.
Okay. And they shit out the crunch berries.
Yeah, and then there's like the evil crunchling. I remember him.
Okay. I'm glad this is all coming back to
yeah,
you.
If
nothing else, this podcast definitely unlocks a lot of memories for us.
Oh my god, do I remember this? Oh my god,
okay,
all the crunchies.
We've reached.
There's the crunchy skateboard game that you had to play.
No, that sounds tight.
And then
the original Tony Hawk.
And then there was the crunchies with the berries game where you had to jump through and miss the crunch cereal and the crunch berries falling down and hitting you.
Wow, this is much more involved than I thought.
Where
if you remember this Crunch Berry game Slim has created.
Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. You can still buy it on Amazon.
Of course you can.
For $200?
Yeah.
No, $20.
Wow.
Look, see, AOL Online. I still remember getting this disc specific. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it so we can play it.
With what? My computer doesn't even have a disk drive
This
anymore.
is older software that was made in 1999, so it will not work on a modern operating system, such as Windows Vista, Windows 7, or Windows 8 or Mac 10. You need to either play it on an older operating system, such as Windows 95 or 98 or Mac 9, or you could use an emulation software such as VirtualBox, free at virtualbox.com, or install an older operating system on a virtual machine through VirtualBox.
Wow, that sounds like so much work to play the Captain Crunch game.
I will do it.
I'm sure you will. Anyway, so the other submission we'll get to next time. Sorry, it's also from Lemmy. So we got one of yours, and we did not prep and watch these YouTube videos. But we will watch them and then get to this submission next time. People send more submissions in the meantime.
I'm going to be obsessed with this Crunchling game till the next episode.
It's ruined your life. I feel like there was another submission. I don't know where it is. I don't.
Was it the voice?
Yeah, someone texted, but they said they were with you, and you were talking about the drive-in porn theater, and they were upset.
Oh yeah, I was having lunch with someone today, and they were asking me more specific
Don't
things
ask
about
us
it.
specifics anymore.
Well, and so we were actually talking about it, and we were talking about the drive-up food service. Are we going to implement a no shirt, no shoes, no service policy with this place? Because
how the hell could you?
well, that's what we're saying is we were discussing for like food safety if that was a thing. Because I was explaining.
The employees. The employees will be shirtless.
Well, what they were talking about
tight.
is like people like fugging in their car and like getting out to air out and walking up to the concession stand to get like a burger and some fries.
No, we're gonna have a rollerblade workforce.
Now, see, that is the other thing we brought up, and we thought about it. But it's like, we gonna trust people to not be fucking before we bring the food up?
Yeah, we just give them a time frame. I mean, people are gonna be fucking. We'll have a orientation that covers this.
Like what to do if you pull up and someone's fucking in the car.
Yeah, what you're gonna do is just get those little things that you put in the window, the tray, and we just put the food in there and we don't ask questions.
See, we were talking about just leaving it on the roof and then the person can get out and get it. But
if that thing's shaking, as it should be,
then you're gonna be knocking
everywhere.
food off.
Then we gotta have a whole other crew to clean up the food in addition to all the cum.
And I peed my pants laughing, thinking about that window breaking. Just
yeah, that stuck with me. I tried to tell someone about that,
and you ever so hard to explain.
Yeah, you ever like I did the next episode's hilarious. We did this thing, and then halfway, I do this a lot where I'm halfway through a story, even on here sometimes, and I'm like, this is not going well. This is not funny. You're trying to explain the nightmare thing that no one knows. It's only funny in the moment, probably just to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, stop bringing up specifics in person. We're not prepared for this.
Yeah.
But the drive-in theater is under construction. If you're looking for a summer employment opportunity, you do have to be shirtless. We prefer,
regardless of gender.
Yeah, but we prefer young, tight men. Just for our clientele is looking for a very specific.
And you have to be able to rollerblade.
Yeah, roller skate. No blades.
You have to be fine with looking at any. And we mean this any naked human body.
Basically anything. Yeah, if you're the person who's never seen a butthole, this is probably not your best career.
You know what? It actually was the person who had never seen a butthole. Of course it was.
Well, tell them to come on down to the drive-in once we get it operating, and you'll see some buttholes.
There's lots of buttholes.
Lots
of buttholes at the triple DP.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if there was another submission and we didn't get to it, besides Lemmy, your second submission, which we'll fucking get to, calm down. Then I guess submit it again. I feel like I read something, but it might have been a dream. This podcast takes over my whole personal life, so it's hard to distinguish the difference.
I actually had a very weird dream the other night where I got up and did things that I would normally do, and then I woke up.
Or did you?
Or did I? Maybe I'm dead. I should be dead.
I should also be dead. And on that note, don't forget to fucking submit for the year anniversary. We will fucking end this. I'm not even.
I'll end it on a year. If we don't get a single submission, I'm calling it. We're ending it.
We have a few, but we need a lot. There's several of you, Lemmy, other people who have been with us, and we value your partnership in this because you're now a partner of this, but we need you to call and leave a voicemail. If you hate your voice that much, submit it one of the other 15 fucking ways.
We cater specifically to everyone.
Yeah, we literally give you every option, so fucking do it already because we need them before we record it, which will be coming up because this is episode fucking 50. So do it already. Tell us what you love and what you hate. If you want to submit and say that we fucking suck, I don't give a shit.
You tell us how much we suck. We'll play that.
I know that we suck. You think I'm not aware? You think I don't sit here every fucking
I know we're
Friday
the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked. Jesus.
All right. Bye.